Where are the husbands? Serious question. Where are all of the husbands in this world? I am tired of dealing with men, for lack of a better word, that do not want to build homes or have wives or emotional stability. I don't want it. I would like husband. I want to go home. Like, I want my coworkers to be like, oh, let's go here. And me be like, I can't. I gotta go home to my husband. I have to go home to my husband. Like, oh, who's gonna do this for you? My husband. My husband will do it for me. Where are they? Where are the men that like to work? Where are the men that like to fix things? Where are the men that like to nurture? Where are the men? Please.
You the last one who should be talking about emotional stability. And when you ask where the men at who fix stuff, work, and nurture, that told me everything. You not looking for a lover. You don't want a good man you'd give your all to. You want a servant. Somebody to do the hard parts of your life for you. Someone you can use.
So guys really be in their 40s trying to like mess around with females and stuff. Sir, your life is literally about to be over. Please go ahead and settle down.
What y'all don't get is marriage was built more for women than for men. Most dudes don't really gain nothing in marriage that they couldn't already get outside it. Back then, men wanted women who was untouched and loyal, so marriage gave that. And in return, the man had to carry extra weight, provide, protect, and give her real security. But now, y'all ran with this whole sexual liberation wave through feminism, moving wild, bouncing from dude to dude. Then you turn around confused why men smash and walk, no commitment, no responsibility. Nah, you picked this road. This is exactly what sexual liberation leads to for women.
Here's a fact. Women who do jobs in male-dominated fields, 9 times out of 10 outperform men in those jobs. Yeah. That sounds good? Yeah. That's a fact I made up. I'm glad y'all like it.
Now, my nephew just experienced his first high school breakup. He's devastated because he just knew that his girlfriend loved him just as much as he loved her. But as soon as this new guy, football star from another school, transferred to their school, she was gone, just like that. My uncle was just shaking his head. He said, see, this is why I'm single. He said, I don't believe in love like that, man. Love is not that serious. I said, yeah, love is that serious, Unc. He said, no, man, because it's always one-sided. I said, that's not true. My uncle said, Romeo died for love, Duke. I said, you right. He said, what about Samson? I said, who you talking about? Samson out the Bible? He said, yeah. Samson was destroyed for love. I said, yeah. He said, what about Jack? I said, I don't know Jack. He said, you don't know Jack from the Titanic? I said, yeah, I know Jack from the Titanic. He said, okay, Jack froze for love. I said, okay. He said, what about Jesus? Jesus sacrificed himself for love. I said, that's true. He said, you ever notice that no women made the list? This mother.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Men in their 30s ain't out here hunting women in their 30s. Y'all forget you've been dating older dudes your whole life. The game don't flip in your favor like that just because you get older. And it ain't about where you go to find a good man you ready to marry. It's about who you become to attract one. You don't meet a husband at a spot. You meet a husband by living like you already a wife. You build the traits men want. You protect your purity. You move with value. So when he show up, he know out of all his riches and everything he got, nothing compares to you.
Where are the lover boys at? Where are the men who fall in love with loving their women the way I fall in love with loving a man? Where are the men who bring flowers without being asked, and text and FaceTime and want to hear about your day and maybe leave a note even? Where are you, lover boys?
They went extinct because men watched what happened to them lover boys. Dudes who did everything for a woman just to get dumped, divorced, or cheated on. They saw those same dudes get emasculated by the women they treated like queens. Then they watched those same women run straight into the arms of Tyrone, a dude who don't even care like that. Somehow she happier with him, stayed with him way longer than she ever did with the lover boy. And even after Tyrone leave her, she still miss him. Truth is, she one phone call away from running right back if he want her again.
September last year, my 5-year relationship ended. It was mutual, but I sit here doubting whether I'll ever find someone who makes me feel the same way she did when we met. Bruv, gotta let that go, bruv. While you're right there at home writing me this message, thinking about her, she's not thinking about you, bruv. She's probably with her next man, bruv. She's probably with her next man, bruv. And right now, he's probably got her ankles behind her earlobe, bruv. And he's going in, bruv. Man's on your girl right now, like, yeah, you like that, yeah? You like that, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Right, let me just book your Uber, bruv. That's what your girl's doing right now, bruv. Picture it, bruv. I want you to picture it, bruv. That's what your girl's doing right now, bruv. She's with her next man, bruv. She's not reminiscing about the good times, bruv. She's thinking about her next man. Not you, bruv. Not you, bruv. Does it hurt? Does it hurt, bruv? Can you feel that, bruv? You feel that, yeah? In your chest, does it hurt, bruv? That's what she's doing, bruv. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, move on with your life, bruv. Go get my mug, bruv. Bigmantingier.com, free delivery in the UK, and I also ship internationally, bruv.
Would you let me take you on a date?
Yeah, sure.
Get my number.
Where you gonna take me?
Where you want to go?
I like steakhouses.
Oh, bet, for sure. As long as you're paying, we can go wherever the fuck you want.
No.
Any steakhouse you
I'm
want.
not paying for you.
Oh, you're not paying? I don't think it's gonna work.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's giving broke. Yeah. Sorry, I only like women with money.
So I go out with my single friend, you know what I mean? Because most of them are single. And I'm observing when I go to the club, when I go out to bars, whatever I'm doing with my single friends. I'm seeing men not approach women, like, at all. Like, why not shoot your shot? Like, there's so many single people out here. Why not? I see people are in their little bubble and they stick to their little bubble. There is no men shooting the shot. Where is it? Back in the day, men would attempt. Now, I see nothing. A woman would be next to a man and nothing, no conversation. They're in a little bubble. What the fuck is it? Let me know.
The fact y'all really don't get why dudes ain't approaching y'all, especially at your age, that's a red flag. Y'all swear you so smart, talk about woman intuition and all that, but somehow miss the stuff you really supposed to see. And I thought y'all said on the internet that being in a relationship with a man was a disgrace anyway.
As a society, we need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like, my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother, and honestly for his daughters. He does everything for us. This morning, I was just gonna run out and get a coffee, and he was like, oh, the windshields have ice on them. It frosted last night. Let me go take care of that for you. Goes, puts on a coat, puts on shoes, goes outside, warms up my car, moves it closer from the street, opens and closes the windows, everything, so that when I got in the car, it was good to go. He's the kind of husband who brings my mom a chai tea latte in bed every day because he gets up early and she sleeps in. And then he makes her a smoothie every single day. Like, he will drive me back to Chicago if I don't feel like renting a car. Like, they just don't breed them like this anymore. Like, men used to go to war, and now they go to shows and watch other boys push buttons on a little screen to make music.
Calling your own dad a simp is crazy. Like your mom's really got him on a leash. Y'all want men to give you everything just for breathing. You want dudes to be your servants while you bring nothing to the table. And yeah, they don't make men like that anymore because the internet shows the truth. And that innocent damsel in distress lie Hollywood sold men has fallen apart. The average woman has 3 to 5 times the body count of the average man, and yet y'all can't even match our sexual drive even on your ovulation period. That's crazy.
This is one important thing in life that you didn't know. If you're ever being abused and you can't say, you can use the sign. Wherever you are, just do this and people will help. Rubbish.
Okay, so I have a scenario question. Let's just say I'm mad at you, you done pissed me off, you done did something I don't like, and I end up blocking you, meaning on the phone, social media, everything. Are you gonna try to get in contact with me right away? Or are you just gonna be like, I'm just gonna give her a day or two and she'll come back to me?
First of all, if I see I'm blocked on the phone, it could be many reasons for that. So I'm going for your social media. If that's blocked too, that's it. It shouldn't be no reason why.
They
Talk
want
to
to be
me like
chased.
a woman.
You can try text app numbers. You can try to do a Finsta. You can call my mama.
How long y'all been together in this scenario? How
It
long?
don't matter if we together for 3 to 5 business days or we've been together for 2 years.
You ain't know your stalker shit? You ain't know your...
Never.
What's the reason you popped though?
I only popped it because I just shouldn't have a reason to block anybody. If I feel like I gotta block somebody, then it's just a no for me anyway.
That ain't got nothing to do with him. Like, she said if she blocked him, like it ain't. That wasn't his question. Like he ain't had nothing to do with that.
I'm just saying, if I have to block somebody, then it's a no for me.
I agree with you, but that wasn't me.
All right, bro. This is not your type right here.
If you're between the ages of like 35 to like, I don't know, 40s, in your 40s, and you're single, stop scrolling. Is it just me, or is every man in their, I don't know, 40s that you're trying to date traumatized? I'm not out here trying to fix nobody. I already fixed myself. I feel like every guy that I've met or that I'm trying to date or that it's trying to, I don't know, get to know, has somehow been traumatized. Traumatized from their divorce, traumatized from their mommy issues, traumatized from I don't know what. But like, where are the good guys? Where are the guys that are like healed and normal and...
It's wild how y'all throw around words like traumatized just because a man stopped making you the center of his whole world. You say dudes got messed up by women in divorce, but somehow you still find a way to blame the man. You don't care how his life got wrecked, you only think about you. Real talk, men ain't traumatized. We just learned the only way to have peace is to put our goals first, not y'all, like Hollywood tried to sell us.
I honestly just couldn't give 2 shits about dating anymore. I don't see the point in it. No one can be bothered to even do bare minimum these days. Or, you know, not even think to not go out on the piss the night before a date and get so hungover that they cancel an hour and a half before the date. And then don't tell me then that, oh, you really want to see me, oh, you'd really love to see me, give you another chance. How about no? If you really wanted to see me, you wouldn't have got so fucked up the night before that you couldn't even make it out of your stinking bed to come on a coffee date. What? Not even that extreme. You don't even have a car, so you were going to walk 10 minutes down the road from your house. I've made it so easy for you. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
That's because you ain't worth the effort. You had dudes back in the day who did everything for you, dropped their whole schedule just to make time. And what you do? You used them, laughed at them, took them for granted, broke them. Now you older and you not worth all that hustle no more, but you still think you can make them same demands? Nah, you lucky he even wanted to take you out for coffee.
After 2 months of talking, I told this guy yesterday that I wasn't ready for a relationship and he responded, "It's been great, hope you have a good one." And then he blocked me. No effort, no pressure applied. I'm devastated. This is how you know the guy is smart. He appreciates and values his own time. He just saw her trying to play games and decided not to get involved. This is like 50 Cent said, if it rattles as a snake and if it slithers as a snake, do you need to get bitten before you know it's a snake?
After my boyfriend died, I slept with his best friend and it's eating me alive. Earlier this year, my boyfriend ended his own life. Before he was found, he was missing for several days. My mind has been stuck in this endless loop of what ifs ever since. It's exhausting. It's like my brain won't let me accept that some things were out of my control. We've been together for about 4 years, and he was only 26 years old. About 2 months after he passed, I ran into one of his best friends, someone who was part of his extremely close friend group. Before everything happened, I always liked him. Not in a romantic way, he's just a great guy. He was always there for my boyfriend during all of his mental health struggles, even though he struggled to understand it all himself. He knew sides of my boyfriend I didn't. He understood the parts of him he shared only with his closest friends. Seeing him again after everything, it hit me hard. It felt grounding, familiar, safe, like being around someone who still held pieces of the person I lost. We ended up going to a bar to talk. We drank way too much, opened up about things we'd never said out loud, cried, and eventually we slept together. I know it came from grief and vulnerability, but the guilt is eating me alive. And what scares me more is that I feel this intense pull towards him now. Not just physically, but emotionally. It's like I'm desperate to be close to someone who was as close to my boyfriend as I was. Maybe even closer. I know that might be unhealthy. He and my boyfriend had 2 other best friends in their tight-knit friend group. I keep thinking, what if he told them? They were always protective of my boyfriend. They loved him like a brother, and the idea of them finding out what happened makes me sick. I feel like they would hate me. Like they'd see me as disrespecting his memory or betraying him. I don't even know if they'd understand how complicated and grief-driven that night was. What if they think something was going on before he died, even though nothing has happened before? The thought terrifies me. The friend I slept with hasn't mentioned anything since texting me once the next morning. He said he hoped I got home safe and that he was sorry for everything. But we haven't talked about what happened, and now I feel like I made everything awkward to the point of no return. Okay, before saying what I think, I'm first gonna say that I've never lost someone, like I've never lost a partner before, so I can't imagine the type of grief that she feels, and I can't ever actually truly understand the situation and the mindset that she's in, okay? So I don't want to sound judgmental.
Y'all, I just got home from dropping my car off to get serviced, and all I want to know is, where's my husband? When I say my chest hurts, I mean my chest hurts. Front and back brakes. Definitely well over the service limit. Should have got it done already. But where is my husband? I don't care what nobody says. Women were not created to deal with cars. I don't care how much of a boss I am. I don't care how much money I make. Baby, no. That is a man's world. That's why when y'all be saying, I don't need no man, I be quiet. Because I don't feel like that. Thank you, Jesus. I can handle it. I work hard. But I don't want to handle it.
Man, you don't need no husband. You need a damn mechanic. Real talk, women nowadays turn husbands into cheap labor. That's it. Listen close. They don't talk about love or trying to make a man happy or raising kids or holding it down with a man. Nah, it's all, I need a man because I'm tired of taking out the trash, fixing my car, dealing with the damn electronics. They see us like tools, just tools to make life easy, nothing else.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married. Are people at least getting rings still? So at least you can show like I'm taken when you're out and about. If you don't want to get married, what is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone, because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose. When you do have like skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to like work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together, versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, bye, and run away.
I like how she act like she don't know why men don't want to get married, even though she named some of them. Also, you said get married again, so I know you've been married before. I bet your ex ain't never gonna think about marrying no one else. Stress got him tied up. You destroyed his world. Few men bounce back after a divorce, and when they do, they happy just chilling single. And other dudes who ain't never married don't want marriage either. They have seen how other men get their whole world crushed.
partner says threesomes in a relationship. I'm not doing that.
Why not? But you had one with not a person that's
But
not
it wasn't
your
my
husband.
man.
That's why y'all think
I don't
that's
want
cool.
to. I don't want to do it with my man.
So you have more fun than your man.
He
So the friend have more fun than your husband.
My husband is for me. Yeah. Period.
So I have a question and then I have a scenario. Do men who don't commit to women get more sexual access to women as well as less financial obligation to women compared to men who do commit to women? But here's the scenario. Imagine you and your man are in two sets. There's situationship you and the relationship you. So it's two people in both scenarios and y'all both love each other, both scenarios. In the situationship you, the guy can sleep with any woman he wants and you don't have a problem with it because he's not your man. The situationship you, if you were into threesomes every now and then, you'll be totally okay with doing it because he's not your man. So who cares? And third, is the guy that you're in a situationship with obligated financially in any kind of way? The answer is no. The guy you're actually married to or in a relationship with doesn't have full access to you sexually, because if he wanted to have a threesome, you'll look at him like he's crazy. But you had threesomes with this guy over here. If you're a person that's into that, why would a guy sign up for that? And I'm not saying in any kind of way that I'm anti-relationship, but why in the world would a man commit to you when you will give the guy that doesn't commit to you more access to you, and he can sleep with whatever woman he wants to by not being in a relationship with you versus being in a relationship with you? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This is just for kicks and giggles. I'm not trying to start no mess. So let me know what y'all think in the comments.
So no one ever talks about being 30 and single. I feel like with me, I think it's harder for me to date now because, you know, I don't want to like waste my time with somebody who's not gonna like put in the same effort that I'm gonna put in. So it's becoming a little bit more hard for me to go out on date. I mean, I don't want to be single my whole life, but you know, I just struggle with it because a lot of the people nowadays, either male and females, you know, they're not always on the same page as you, and some of them, they just you know, they just want to like mess around even though they're already old enough, and you know, they don't want to settle. And it's like I think I'm just gonna stay single forever then. Because like for myself, I am 30, single, never had kids, never been married, and I don't know if it's how long that's gonna stay. Because deep down I do want to date somebody, you know, I do want to be, you know, I want to have that opportunity, you know, and date someone and, you know, just give love an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm scared. Like, I want to, and at the same time, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to stay forever. I don't want to stay single forever either. But it's just hard. It's complicated. The older you get, you set more boundaries. You are more selective in who you want to spend your time with. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's people out there, you know, that they probably have similar mentality as mine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to talk on the camera, I guess. I don't know if I made any sense, but the point is, dating in your 30s is hard. That's it.
Y'all always wake up too late after hitting the wall or about to hit the wall. You had time, but you blew it, running wild in the streets. Look, if you really trying to get a husband, you better start acting like wife material and be cool with approaching men, because you will need to approach a lot. Ain't no sitting around waiting for a man to find you. Time's too short for that.
I just found out there's crazy women out here refusing to go 50-50 with a man, but then end up doing 100% as a single mother. I want to know why, because that really pisses me off.
Penal. La orden de Matonte. Zavala. Señoras y señores. Aguerre. Casi que sin esforzarse contiene el penal. Y esto sigue 2-2.
Embarrassing.
It is what it is. It is what it is.